Now, here's the new episode of Crusader Kings 3, Harran, in which the man in the middle is our newest ruler, the young Ashur. He is Ashur of the Al-Harani of Miruta. He was briefly Armenian during his teenage years, then he switched back to Syria. And prior to that, we had a prolonged civil war. It was a disillusioned faction that attempted to destroy this realm that we worked so hard to expand, and we did not want to go back to those days of being, you know how it was. As we will observe, Sumata Harabesi. For many centuries, the pagans of Harran have often gone to the nearby oasis of Sumata Harabesi to bury one of their chief gods, their moon deities, and even now there are still many idols and altars there. Even Harranians have recently gone there for a major ceremony, which went by without incident. So it is, so it is. Prestige and pride again. And right now, we're gonna raise the raiders. Actually, don't raise that here because I know where I'm raiding exactly. Start over in Baghdad, and then make your way across to start raiding these lands. Strictly. It'll take you 3 months. My goodness, what a man. Where are you? Over here. God dang it. Now I know what to do exactly. This is here. Put the rally point over there. Make him in the command. And then you go over with him. It'll take 5 months, because it takes longer to get over there. In the meantime, we need the money for various reasons. Particularly nation building. And the realm is still slightly unstable. That's all I could say. And contemplating on giving away Nineveh to somebody. And then I would like to expand towards Khuzestan, even though it's not part of the Mesopotamian territory, but this area there, Tasta, that I have interest in particular, and for various reasons. Yes, we have a lot more men than usual, but the thing is, these places have been raided recently, so I guess we'll start over there, and then work your way down, especially when you get to their capital. Hi! Don't go without him. How old are you? Poor, blind, infirm, melancholic. As much as you would be brilliant to bring you in and to write that magnificent book, but you don't have long to live. And also, If you were to hold court, that's going to cost you 100. I'm not terribly worried about prestige. I could get prestige by other means. And plus, I know where that money's going instead. Since I was thinking about going for these, but I realized they're in bad health. Laughs requested. In a brief moment of silence, I see Paul Mesa Truma rearranging his shirt before realizing it's his turn to speak. My liege, he says, giving some fresh time to finalize his thoughts about the smiles and laughter are a great indicator of life. So I suggested for someone to make a great gesture to entertain us who could come to visit. My liege, if I may. Allah speaks of silence. A gesture would ruin sophisticated corner, replace its refinement with cruel and infantile humor. Perhaps I'll look at it some other time. They're hanging us, hounding us. We could keep order, my lord. Please, we can organize ourselves about all the death. A peasant woman from the Comatona of Tagrit, an area plagued by unrest by my vassal Amira Sabe. He assures me that control could be restored without undue bloodshed. Curious idea. Let's try that. As soon as it's turn to speak, an agitated man's in front of me screams, "The end is nigh! The signs are clear than ever. The people of Lulu Cabado know all too well. Disorders, bandits, thieves, violence, and disappearance of justice among men. The world as we know is about to end. There is only one way for us to be saved. Mortify the flesh and pour our blood for your salvation. Repent now, for the day is nigh." Take this fool out of my sight. Waste of time. Again, I will consider going on a grand tour to visit a couple of unruly vassals of mine and try to improve relations. To go meet with them directly. And that's what I'm raising funds for. Oh, speaking of raising funds, repair this. You know, that antler horn's been here for a while, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with that. Reforged. You can't reforge it. 150! That's absurd. Keep this around. You're next. You're a known deviant. Please, no. Tired of deviancy. Why can't you people keep it to yourselves? And of course, one of these says we gotta fight the wars to get all these little things. Good to know. can just raid all these and then come back here, and then you'll be resupplied, and then raids will continue. Harranians are spreading. Glad you're making it happen. Harranian peasants moved from Cabal to you need them. This is a very rich realm, this Tasta. All the more reasons why I said that that place is highly desirable for me. It's that book again, right? Yeah, it's the same man. Oh. Along with the strange goods, merchants bring tall tales of this land's unverifiable, full of wonder. A group of Badawi, or Bedouin, peddlers before the brought Litvuskas objects. It's Lithuania, I believe. It says it come from the faraway court of the great ruler. Kurego Kunigas Budres of Litvat, no less. Hazan, the leading trader, has seen your prize. Whoa. Part of it, I'll give you this one-of-a-kind armor. I cannot recommend the lumber denser wits will nods at me stupidly. Ha! Kershas! What tripe? Out with you! Uh-huh. That's the realm they were talking about. At least they've not raided the capital yet. We're raiding these holdings soon. This land is rich. Yes, I know. That's plenty of gold. And once we deliver the loot, then I'll go on a grand tour. Yeah, the inspired person is gone now. Probably likely died with these, ill health that he had. And then once you're done, I want you to get back here. Get to here. So what loot are you gonna have? I just needed enough. We got another person. You've been traveling, have you? To Byzantion, huh? But hey, I've been wanting somebody who's excellent at it. I'm willing to spend it. Thank you for believing me in one mode. I wish you not just before Thursday. However, I'm not sure what to write about. Recently, I've been interested in topics related to scholarly matters. Do you think it would be a good focus for a book? This book will be about stewardship. I give you heavy investments. And now, look at me as I'm 18 years old and this is the beard I have. I'm a bushy bearded man. There is no need for a dedication. Stop being a raided army temporarily so you can reinforce more. And then you will return to raiding. Fine bit fisher, not just surrounded by scrolls and manuscripts, fiercely ripping through pages. My lord, there are so many areas of stewardship that are worthy of attention. Laws, trade, money. I don't even know where to start. What topic does your muse yearn for? Let him decide, and it will likely be of higher quality. Fully reinforced now. This realm's pretty wealthy, so we'll be raiding those areas and then we'll return to here. Unable to raid across the sea, well, obviously. Because we're not a seafaring people. As of yet. Right. Ah, actually there's the first place I want to go first. That stone monument over there. Come with me, Nazanin. I'd like to pay a visit to that before I can officially do a grand tour. I've taken some time to travel to more and more parts of it, where there's a great ancient stone monument. I was just curious and wondered what it was like. Upon arriving at the location, I walked up to the monument to examine it further. Though its shape is crude, it was clearly carved by human hands. It was also impressive size. I could see why the locals have been unable to move it anywhere. One has to wonder how it got there in the first place. Oscarian stakes tell me to investigate the monument further. Every little bit helps with the learning skill. Because in my lifetime, we'll see to that I'll get battlements. Arrived at the capital, and therefore stewardship lifestyle gained. A reduction of men-at-arms maintenance would be excellent. Not to mention it's also home in the Platonic Academy, which gives you more stewardship experience. Hold it right there. Grand Tournament. Over there. So, board game and duel. I could do both. Well, I did say I want to travel to somewhere, so I better get to traveling. So you have to leave within 17 days. We'll definitely be there, even though you're going to go across some pretty rough country. You'll be bypassing all the landmarks just to get there as quick as you can. And then, after when this is all over, I want you to head towards there, and then go visit Baghdad. And then to Samara. Which again, that area is a bit dangerous because of lack of control, and don't seem to remember if the area is a war zone or not. Then after that, I want you to take the turn towards, okay, over there then, and out to Tamara. So we're definitely in need for that. So I'm gonna need some mercenary guards. Yipe. That's deliberate. Face the worst because feeling too brave. Wow. And deliberately make it more dangerous. Or just being cautious and just go faster to get to the turn as early as possible. Sounds rather ideal. Alright, let's go for it. I'll just be there as fast as I can. I have some swordsmanship skill for this. "16 years. So now you got a Harranian minority in Baghdad now. Journey through Dukat. I pass my ticket looking tent split over. See more ticketed occupants. Come in, almighty Miruta. See you have many miles to go. I can offer you reading your future travels for a modest price. The strange man has piqued the interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for a reading? Wise man. Yes, come experience the future with me. We won't waste time on these frivolities. Even if I like seeing these pretty Assyrian girls. Yeah, go ahead. Anything to keep the dynasty circulating. Just a first step. Again, I'd like to be an administrator. That is my plan for this character's life. I'm headed out the best that does is a man in combat, and honestly all those fights are dull, so here I'm on this road looking for someone better than me. If you can best me in combat, I'll become a valuable and loyal servant. So understand, I demand to make one of you in a fair fight. My best value after I win, and I did. Seems our caravan has become a little lost in these hornets. As it needs to be turned around for hours. Still, she's swallowed her partner asks directions. She does not appear to be an excellent Kurdish speaker. I don't know Kurdish either. And we got lost, so there's a bit of delay till we get to this tournament. See, that's why I chose to travel as quick as I can. Go, Biscuit, go faster! I hear a man's voice echo across the grounds. I look up and see a small thing hurrying through the sky like a black bolt of lightning. Soon enough it swoops down towards the finish line. Ah, you must have cheated. Your bird can't fly that fast. Just look at her. She's round as an egg. The angry loser shouts, with the winner looking smug. It'll take a lot of preparation to do this. The worthiest of the Sunnis, that's a heck of an accolade. I'll go visit the tent camp before we begin the board game. It stopped. Okay, keep going. My tent is triumph, because I'd like to win something. The moment I walked to the camp, I'm greeted by a pungent smell. Covering my nose as much grace while trying not to get sick. I'm approached by Homa, holding a handkerchief over his own nose. You should go away, my lord. Contestants are getting ill. Harmed by the bad air she wants me. There must be an explanation to it. Find it. Comes back to her content smiles. I found a source. She announces trying to contain life. I guess couldn't find a place to dispose their waste. They resorted to dumping it in a river. A bad air carries illnesses as hypocrites or not. I must keep this to myself. As I gotta win by any means. Plus, board game is both men and women are allowed to compete. I could test take their places at gaming tables, favor their cushions, and requesting refreshments. As Herald announces the contest commencement, the games themselves are arrayed on trusted tables. Peace follows on mere sheen. A board game qualifiers coming in. It's clear will be put forward for the quarterfinals as it stands. The varied pitches and volumes the crowd cheers leave no questions to theirs. For my first bout, I'm paired against my fellow contestant, Amira Yasaman Asamara, who is 5 months pregnant at this time. She's a Coesmian. Yes, Coesmian. No need to wager because we make so much money that wagering is unnecessary. Unless I want to bet on myself, like a show-off. Yeah, why not? I'll bet on myself, because I don't feel that humble. Table flips a mighty thwack, send a chess piece fine. When Sunday touched 7 moves ago, she realized several sticks under the games this time my favorite. Yes, you win. Mirutasha. Happy? You know, you could have just conceded. I would have beaten you anyway. A bout between Abdul Wahad and Hedayat has been decided. It was closely fought, but in the end, Abdul Wahad was swooped in when Hedayat made one of classic blunders. Abdul Wahad made it through the semi-final. Ashur will face Wali Hassan, and Abdul Wahad II will face Zexo de Lucahu, Rabbinic Lombardo, his court physician. Interesting choice. Check. Soft click at him. With his disturbs.com. We are deep in the endgame now, and the game hangs in the balance. I ponder what has already happened when my opponent overturned the table with an almighty crash. How this game ends is anyone's guess. The margin of victory is so small, the cost is so large. Maybe I can draw from my knowledge of warfare. This is combined learning and martial challenge. 51% that the score increases moderately, 19% that nothing happens, 28% that my score decreases moderately. Checkmate. The moment my hand leaves the playing field, I know I made a mistake. My opponent's artfully laid trap is sprung. A few more moves and I'm clearly disadvantaged by my error, forced in a position I didn't want at all. It's soon clear there's no coming back for a song. I grind him down, exceptionally moving towards victory. This is weakened slowly but irretrievably. With the judges calling in, I have won. So what has happened is that nothing happened. I got the 19% part, but I won the thing. Although I had forced the next into a position of forfeit. You must be the chess master, ain't you? Fine contest. I can do this. The game of chess seems to be going perfectly. I'm thinking 3, 4, or even maybe 5 moves ahead of my opponent when suddenly another one makes a move that causes my intricate strategy to melt away like a snowdrop in a candle's flame. I'm completely out of options. If I don't do something rash, I will surely lose the match. Actually, there's this obscure rule. Combine closes stewardship, so there's a 64% chance that my score increases greatly, 36% chance that My deception is noticed and it'll decrease greatly with the score. Success achievement with a victory. The soft click of the VIET piece disturbs calm. We are deep in the endgame now, and the game hangs in the balance. I ponder what has already happened, such as when I saw him all over an opening to cheat. I'm winning by some margin, provided I could press disadvantage hard. Surely victory's on the horizon. Could draw from my knowledge of warfare. And that is that. I can't help but allow the vestige crack a moment and smile, and as I put it falls perfectly into a trap I had laid. A few moves later, I pressed the opening into an advantage. It is soon clear there is no coming back for Abdul-Wahad. I grind him down, inexorably moving towards victory as this position weakened slowly but irretrievably. The judges call him in. I have won. Victory. Yeah. After many trials, some tribulations above all else, a truly spirited competition, Amiruta Ashur beat Wali Abdul-Wahad in the final. Ashur's our winner. Sure, there are none in Samad that can match my skill. I have even proved my worthiness beyond doubt. I actually won the thing. And I won the wager when I bet on myself. So I'm the Grand Master in the next 5 years. And coming up, it's duel. So, you better get to work on it. Lively noise make me discover an improviser in. Set up by the local peasants where two burly wrestlers are putting on a show. They trade blows, weave, duck, and circle each other till one of them makes a turn. I call this one the Abridged Hurricane. He screams over his opponent, slamming to the ground, making him yield immediately. Abdullah the Thoughtful and Marvelous. Victorious yet again, the victor quotes. Oh, you should study their techniques, but I failed to learn anything. What the hell are you doing there? Get to raiding. Pay more attention to this now. Gain additional taxes. We ought to go visit a temple. Village. The music can be heard from the fields surrounding the village. If only it came to its soldiers, the heavy garland at square. Flutes and tambourines, all manners of instruments about. Men and women dance rounds through every part of the square. Now their hands join together, and they begin to sing, and now they spin, spin, and spin. What is this, Sogdian dance? I must not deviate from the training. Focus, man. As I prepare my upcoming match, I spot Homa hailing me by waving a handkerchief around, offering her a favor. Before I can respond, Nizanina appears holding a handkerchief out for me. It says I take a favor instead. You bunch of old ladies. Please, I have a match to focus on. I don't need favors. Contests march to the field, taking their place around the sparring quad. As a herald announces the contest commencing, the squared off ring is being looked over the background, rattled and shaken to ensure no one gives should a contest crash into it. The dual qualifiers come to an end. It is clear who will be put forward for the quarterfinals and stands. The varied pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheers leave no question as to the favorites. For my first bout, I would pit against my fellow contestant, Wali Hassan of Tasta. Oh, I'm sure he didn't like it when we raided his land. And I'll say, I bet on myself. A screeching chorus of metal on metal rings as two blades scrape down each other's lengths. Sparks glitter as they fall to the ground. I look for advantages, thinking back when the duel was still so close. Its victor could still be either of us. We advance upon each other once more. We are both battered, both tired. There can only be one winner. I must remember my training. 53%, that's increase moderate. 18 nothing, 27 decrease. Got him. My weird thrust grows wide, my opponent continuously not even bothering to weave out its inaccurate attempt. Instead, I find myself instantly on the defensive, parrying blow after blow without being able to answer with any of my own. I backpedal desperately, weaving and dodging, anything to stay in the fight. I sense a wind and rush to clear before Hassan recovers. I catch a strong of his blade with a last quick string of blows, breaking his grip and sending the weapon spinning into the dirt. The judge is calling in. I have won. Victory. So we have to raid there, then these two areas, and may possibly raid all the way into Shiraz Farzi, which is where Persepolis once was there. Yeah. Favors the lady gave them both to me. Well, I'll get rid of them both. Save the money for the Grand Tour once I return. So I wish to keep the realm stable. Mir Brunan and Mir Hadayat been decided. You battered Hadayat to the ground, forcing a forfeit. 6 years long will get there. I will face Burhan and Bin. Oh boy. Hey, Khaliji. I can do this. Plus this again. Remember your training. An adulterer. The one will judge these sinners. We don't do rightful imprisonments. So I see. A sonorous blow rings out as my weapon glances off the helmet. My opponent staggering backwards in a daze. I follow up quickly, a slight faint left, a hammering blow right. I advance my adversary backpedals desperately, my sword barely being deflected by the barest of margins. Sense a wind and rush to clear before Harran recovers. I catch the strong of his blade with the last quick of blows, string of blows, breaking his grip and sending the weapon spinning into the dirt. I win. Abdul Wahad II knocked the other Abdul Wahad. I can do this. Will I be a two-time winner? Thunk. My body thuds into the wooden wall at the edge of the arena. Abdul Wahad having bodily hurled me with a snarl. No sooner than he stunted than Abdul Wahad's face morphs into a smug smile. To my astonishment, he turns away from me completely. Raising his arms to the baying crowd, he curls his arms up and flexes the invitation of a traveling strongman. The cheers from the crowd are, oh, these fickle peasants are eating it up. I'll teach him to show his back to me. I can fight dirty too. Remember your training. And it appears I've lost this one. Somehow. So this is just what happens. He changes tactics suddenly. I sense the end is near. I do my best to keep my guard up against storm blows. But the last time I played Kachizakuri, breaking my equipment, knocking dirt. I've lost. Okay, you beat me. I almost beat you there. I almost did. My uncle Benjamin was slain. Oh, I was so close. But I was quite a duelist myself. Too late. So my prize is a prize urn. Oh, that's a good one actually. A +1 knight. Foot and width with these experiences. Okay. Put the urn in here. At least it's not full of weapons. So there's an exquisite urn of masterful craftsmanship. It is made of terracotta and encircled with depictions of interlaced knot patterns. Awarded to Emir Ashur by Emir Hedayat for winning the board game contest. So tyranny loss goes down even faster. That's what I'd like to see. +1 knight is always good. +1 Eswara. Now I must travel home while the raid continues. My lord, Sir Smile suggests me over the ink stink tents. My book, my masterpiece is finished. Behold, an extravagant tome that shows a modest understanding of stewardship as it touches upon subjects such as tax collection. The cover is velvet that has been embroidered to display a repeating image of patterns and decorations known as Syriac style. Syriac making gold is what it's called. That's good. I'm impressed. Put it here. There's a chill in the air. My breath missed the small puffs as I traversed the orchards of Anumia. The trees are semi-cowering a bit of cold, longing for warmer days. Suddenly a high-pitched shriek pierces the air. I quicken my step to find only a peasant child below the tree, in shambles and sobbing violently. It would seem she made an attempt to climb at a tree before slipping and falling to the ground. One of the bone pipes are protruding at a strange angle. There. As we managed to get through a dangerous path, we decided to rest for the night. As I walk around the account, suddenly a strange feeling that someone is missing bothers me. I ask around in it, and everyone agrees on one thing. They don't remember seeing Hedayat all today. He was keeping the rear guard as we entered the war-torn province. I suppose that wasn't the best idea knowing his bravado. He's probably already gunning for the front lines. He's just lost somewhere in the floodplains. Ongoing war. I'll find him myself. Found him and brought him back. Get back over here. Visited the university. No? Visited the House of Wisdom. More stewardship. Be careful not to oversleep again. We'll make this patrol official. Even though I'm traveling right now, though, I could turn this into a grand wedding. Maybe that's another way to impress your vassals for stability reasons. Consider a grand wedding. Don't answer it yet. Wait till I get back. We'll make a promise. You have 3 years to fulfill the promise. I just need a little more money to come from the recent raid that's ongoing. And then once that's finished, after you raid Shiraz Fazi, I want you to get back over here quickly as you can. Alright, get back home. Now you're the last person to be swayed. Yeah, I'm a little ill, but I'll be alright. I'll be fine. The other uncle. Go ahead. The peasants in mid are in a good mood. The harvest is bountiful, the roads are safe, and the village elders are telling nonsensical stories of cows producing laden milk and geese laying golden eggs. Peasants are praising me for the fortune and have sent delegates carrying gifts. Thank you. Because I'm looking forward to hold a grand wedding as soon as the money comes in. And then, again, I was considering grand tour, but grand wedding is another way to impress your vassals. Should do that. Hurry up and get over here before y'all starve. It ain't much, but it'll do. There we go. Let's get started. Obviously, it'll be held here. Glory Hound and Courtiers vassals will like it. Increase the opinion of all the attending characters. I'm just looking at all the others. If you were to hold the most expensive, oh, that's actually possible. So do you want to wait a little longer? Maybe we can. Guess the raid doesn't have to end there. Let's just raid this neighboring entity and get a few more in. Why the hell not? Someone's holding a feast, and I am invited as an honorary guest. Suspicious. I'm kind of suspicious. Because that man is the one who is already punished. He's a known criminal. Let me see. Yeah, my bodyguards will be with me. I mean, there's this other place I have not gone to yet. So on the way back, I want to visit Nineveh. and get me a mercenary captain. As I said, I'm suspicious. Very suspicious. This is why, as I've stated before, get the bodyguards. I'll join your feast. But I have a bad feeling about this, that I may not see it coming. Otherwise it'll be a case like that one song, where it says, you know, you won't see it coming. But I'll let you know. I'm jarred awake by a hard knock at the door. Miami Ruta. The guard's been found dead and your acquaintance is missing. I climb out of it, yelling out orders while I pull my clothes. The search goes on for hours. It is not until noon that they uncovered a signed letter by, well, he did. Handwriting unmistakably hers. Huh. Acquaintance, I have left to marry the love of my life. Your vassal was Auraden. All I want to be is to be happy. I hope we can find it in your heart and forgive me. So, that's fine. It's nothing out of the ordinary. People need love, you know. I don't oversleep. As I said, there's something suspicious about that man. He's a criminal, and yet he's invited me as a guest of honor. Meanwhile, our journey is violently interrupted by the sound of tearing flesh and necrodols. The desperate cries of a man's about to meet his end. The noise is so horrific it must have come from the depths of the underworld. Attempting to track the source, you find it desperate as far as struggling with a wild stag. The blade just wedged between the beast's jaws, with the grips beginning to falter. That man deserves my help. I'll beat the stag. And you come join me. That's my bodyguard. This man here is the one you saved. A craven giant. Just come with me if you want to live. Can't change my intent right now, but servants run across the hall, bring the final decorations. Some of the guests here to arrive. I indulge myself with a delicious drink by the fire. I cannot wait for that cur to make a fool of himself. I can't wait to go home. Stop. Who else is here, by the way? Any other landed people? You there. I'd like to befriend you, if I can. Abdul-Wahad al-Khattab, that's his name. He is that realm's marshal. Hasn't begun yet. Be back in a moment. 50 days. Every guest is gathered in the Great Hall, and our evil host, Wali Yakub, welcomes us all to the feast. I look forward to this. It's taken much of the evening to get myself close to Abdul-Wahad, well, making him feel forced. After all, the best friendships are natural. I want him to think it was spontaneous. The man picks his food, pushing a few small morsels around a greasy wooden plate. It's all a bit heavy, isn't it? This course, the course before that, the course before that, and he nervously eyes us Sarah bringing out the next round of dishes. The next one too. So much rich food, all in a row. When what we really need is some innovative palate cleanser. What do you have, gluttonous? No, he just likes to eat. Yes, it's sadly just a poor choice, I think. Fun, but not that fun. Crud. That didn't work. What started as ordinary feats became exceptional one thanks to the presence of Abdullah. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects. As things have, we seem a lot in common. Had such a good time of it. What a good evening. I stumble outside to relieve myself when I hear shouting around the corner. I turn as I see my Diana, Chancellor, from a sneer as he sinks his blade to the face of the cowering Aziz. What the Whatever, son. I must have made it been enough. A Chuma turned towards the surprise on his face. You just murdered that man. But to be real honest with you, my silence has a price. Just pay me and I will shut up about it. After extensive conversation over our delectable dishes, Timur expresses that he finds him most learned and wise, and my utterances are always of inestimable worth to those less well-read than I. He recognized true intellect, I see. And now it's time for our toast. Me. Unfortunately, blowhard he is, he skips straight over me and chooses to pour compliments on himself for organizing this blasted feast. I might have known. As I said, how could you do this to me? What's the matter with you? 1 second. 3 days. Okay, once you get together here first, and then we're gonna go raid this neighboring entity over here. They're bringing some more money, leftovers, for the upcoming grand wedding. Daylight pours through the windows, and in just one moment the whole hall becomes illuminated. Most seats are now empty. Some servants hand me my weapons and take their leave of a cheery bow. What a pleasure it was to have you with us, he smiles at me. What a feast. Before coming, my clothes were slack and ill-fitting. Now I stagger out of the house, twice as full of food and merriment as when I ran. This was a feast I will struggle to forget. But now I shall depart. Too bad I didn't make this man a friend. I would have loved to have him on my side. You got it. On my way back now. Let's afford something wondrous. How much? 72? Good. He tries to keep his composure, but I could see some of his eyes. Can work the metal to wonders. Perhaps you have any witnesses? Make regalia for fitting my stature. I do not have regalia as of yet. Come on, pay up. Pay up. Raid them. Raid these areas, and that's done. Fine, we'll find another path. It's just a bit of mold. I ain't scared. Ashur the Outlander. It is known that the Soya people are ardent believers in the Sunni faith, and they do not take kindly to non-believers. Nevertheless, tall afar is on our route, so we must pass quickly through the village's vengeful eyes set upon us like a leopard prowling its meal. Before we have a chance to react, the local imam descends upon us with a mob of raging fanatics, screaming about our alleged heretical beliefs and demanding we pay atonement or pass through these holy lands. It's easier if we just pay and get our money back. As we wind through the outskirts of Shiga, I see a trail of caravan camels of this soon meet to their stranger. Good evening to you, worthy friend. Come in, come in. I promised what to have in my stall, like Assyria herself, are more than what they seem, he says. Showcase countless shiny trinkets before my eyes. Pedestal item. Maybe we can make a deal. Or just say no. Or try to steal it. No, we try. Just says no, no interest. Ledge! Shit, gonna be late. Now, the delays are stacking up. Because there's bad, no food around. That's what's going on now. Hark, get me out of this metal prison. My squad took offense on me. He'd go as far as call me heartless and has abandoned me. Consider the armor gone for a price. Yeah, I'm losing my patience a little. Team of all manner of wildlife. Elisha and I agree that Kavatuf would be a splendid place to go on a hunt. While we don't have time to stay for a proper outing, as we traversed here, I spotted a pristine wild rabbit at the edge of the forest. There's killer markers on its fur, and I motioned to Elisha to survey the animal. As he spots the rabbit, what do you say to a friendly wager, Leech? Whoever strikes that pristine fellow with an arrow wins. Sounds like a deal to me. 99% that I will flawlessly pierce the heart of that rabbit. The rabbit in sight, we both slowly but purposely move closer to the rabbit, taking aim for its tiny body as it gnashes away at a piece of straw. Pull my strain and release, as the arrow goes straight into the animal's body. The sudden impact launches a few paces, and the tiny body slumps down the ground, motionless. I roar in triumph, and Elisha joins me in my chair. Nice shot, he cries as I dart forward to pick up the trophy. That was fun. I love it when I win wagers. A journey back to Harranu, unfortunately, brought us directly to the wastelands of Tella. We were not prepared to undertake this long stretch without a single source of water, as many of my companions began to look as awful as dried turnips. I need to do something fast. An inspiring speech might quench their thirst for now, and did. We're home. Keep it up. Soon we're about to reach 1,000 gold, and I will set up the grand wedding. That's coming up very, very soon. Most expensive wedding ever, again. Have a magnificent host for all this. Raids will continue in the meantime. I can hear my beneficiary Ashur muttering to himself across the hall. I need something great, something epic to make my creation stand out from the uninspired masses. But what? Just what? When his spirit eyes meet mine, he breaks under a huge smile and waves to me. My lord, what an amazing idea. Just perfect. What do you think of adding your family models to your commission? On my regalia? Sure, that sounds lovely. What happened? Died in childbirth. Oh dear. Died from being sickly. Now my cousins, well, they rolled around themselves. One's hunchback, the other isn't. These men. Well, now it's ruled by children. Now we are isolated again, largely. meantime, you're going to be raiding all these areas so we can get some more money for us. So we can hold that grand tour after the grand wedding. It's the grandest of times. Once the wedding begins, switch the attend. And also I gotta deal with this at some point. Well, likely gonna give away, you know. And also another reason why for this grand wedding and such. It's to get the prestige jump up big time. So we can start fighting in wars again. 50. Excellent. Popular stop price. What did you do to piss these people off? Always amazing when you're planning for something for so long and spent so much money on it, and it's finally there. Everything is ready. Decorations are in place. Guests are mingling. The servants scurry around with loaded dishes. I'm pacing around in excitement and nervousness when my future spouse Anna appears, rated in her finest attire, ready to begin. Can't wait. Alright, who's here? Neighboring versus foreign. Should look up where Roman is. Such as those places, like down there. Amir Ismail ibn Hassan should be the man to talk to for a potential alliance. We're actually having an alliance no matter what. Okay, try to pick somebody else. That's your vassal, dummy. Okay, I know that northern neighbor. Maybe you should speak with him. Get it, got it, good. Glad I told my servants to keep an early eye out for Ishan Tanyel's arrival, because in the midst of the wedding preparations I would have missed it otherwise. It's done. I'm proudly standing in the middle of the courtyard, wearing my fanciest clothes and surrounded by a guard of honor when he makes his entrance. I'm extremely pleased to welcome VIET. I'm sure you'll find my hospitality most agreeable and be impressed by all the wonders that my realm has to offer. Would you like to see the venue's preparations? But he's not impressed. Poisonous rose. The preparations, rituals, and wedding ceremony are many. Now, long between them, I hear some snicker and discover coming from a group of Anna's relatives. When he says he got my attention, Saba starts addressing me directly. How could we let this vile meat-scrape corrupt poor Anna? He's not watching me, Tim. Yes, I'll prove you wrong. Likes me more. Begin to return home. It's about as much loot as we'll be willing to take. Well, as if organizing a wedding where my family starts worth stressful enough, I have to deal with her relatives. Her half-sister Saba arrived bright and early today and has been following around ever since, complaining about this or that non-stop. I feel as if a splitting headache is growing behind my eyes. She continues blabbering undeterred. These flowers will make Anna sneeze. The wool's too rough. What about the color scheme? I know that Anna won't like it. I'm sure we can find some common ground. What did you give me as a wedding gift? An ancient plaque. Get rid of that. Same for this. I never use these. Nor is this thing. This probably has no use for me either. This could stay. It'll do. May never know when I'll use it. Summer went on a blur. I can remember all the steps, rituals, and blessings I went through. Now it's time for Overhaul. The formal consent, the actual seal on the marriage. Do I want to spend the rest of my life with Anna? You like the Warhammer, huh? So I say I do. The ceremony concludes and we all move to the wedding banquet. I secretly smile to myself, picturing the joys to come from a married life for fun. Not everyone can be so lucky to marry such a likable person. I wish everyone to share my happiness. It's all tucked in. Enjoy. Sorry, too busy. I'm at a wedding. Fine sculptures, exotic tapestries, strange foreign flower arrangements, and more festoon in the banquet hall. A veritable feast for the eyes. Near my seat, both the Emirs, Ishmael and Faisal share their opinions on decoration. Now this is what I was expecting of this man. The venue worthy, the venue fit for a truly grand wedding. Isn't that nice? How expensive all things can be. Faisal is right. It's not just what I had in mind. You are a fearless antagonist, so I'll say relentless courage. Once again, diplomacy attempt failed. You've not made an alliance. As the feast starts to wind down, everyone's seated and tired, but the day's still not over for Anna and me. A procession of guests leads to our bedchamber. The legitimacy of the wedding depends on being consummated. Thank you very much. Offers the respect of the opposite. Give me some renown. The ridership of Grandest praised me. I'll get to all these in a moment. Anna and I led to the cheers by Ross's wedding party. The echoing shouts and laughter heralding the bedding ceremony. So, Anna confessed her sexual orientation during the wedding night. You're what? Yes, you're a heterosexual, whereas I'm an asexual, so there's differences, but we're friends. Okay? But anyways, the High Shaman Lasser blesses our marital bed before tucking us in, anointing us both in a Harranian fashion. We take each other's hands as the party flies on. There could be no better match. Before the door shuts, Anna's mother cries out, "Atta girl!" What the heck? Come here, I'm waiting for this all night. You lose stress, no, you gain stress no matter what. A beautiful regalia set of masterful craftsmanship. It consists of a lectrum sector with pieces of sapphire. Fine lambswool ropes has been embroidered with silver and a large sapphire with cabochon necklace. The model of the Al-Harani family. He who knows his own essence becomes divine is elegantly scripted on one side. And that's an awfully long inscription for this. Thank you all for coming. So when finally, as the last guest leaves, I look around the deserted venue, the food leftovers, the spilled spiced wine on the floor, the echoes of people's laughter still lingering here, and feel satisfied. What an amazing day. What a very fine job organizing it. Magnificent host. All this will be remembered for a long time to come. Okay. Go this way, going that route. Especially with counselor opinion. Speaking of counselors, you'll get it. And now let's go on a grand tour. Because, one second, I mean, it'll be a majesty tour. I don't have issues with money. We'll become illustrious. So I'm going to pay a visit to some of the most unruly vassals out there. And those who whine about who are not in the council, don't worry, I'll meet with all of you. So, okay, this is going to be dinner, and then over there a cultural festival to please the Assyrians, and hosted a dinner just to get this guy to tell him to get over yourself. In 2 years, you're going to forget about it. And once I get down there, there'll be another cultural festival. Oh yeah. Excessive furniture. So again, this will be a grand entourage. My tour is an opportunity to show how grand and magnificent I am. And what better way to do that than to show every member of my enviable court. And then it'll have excessive furniture. So practically every artifact and piece of furniture of mine will be brought along on this tour to demonstrate my tremendous wealth. The income is so great, I think bringing Silk Road merchants will be a little unnecessary. Maybe. Or just do bring them with you and you take your sweet time with them. Plus it lowers the danger anyhow by bringing more with you. 12% chance you might get a small amount of it. Stress reduction for lustful characters. If I was a lustful character, I would do that, but I can't be doing it. Altruism will do. Huh. Increase the popular opinion and piety. That's the way it's going to be. Let's go for it. Hey, it's you again. Unless I'm thinking of a different Ashur. And a Persian. Are you with me? So once this grand tour is finished, we'll end the episode. A serf and his mirror. I enter a local tavern in Dara, weary for the travel and thirsty for ale and rest. My quiet contemplation disturbed by a sound of slamming fist on splintering wood by his scornful. That brooding fool! We shouldn't even be calling that Skonar Miruta. We should be calling him a loathsome fool. I try to keep my profile low, but it appears that my Amirutali manner and the Al-Harani and my garments giving me away. Must think of something before the situation escalates. 0% chance that I'll get killed. I'll say to my face, you bop doodle. Actually, it's all fine. Leave it like that. Save off the thirst. Supplies from the locals. Alright. Faster travel speed and more safety. It's a friendly village that they were respectful and kindly to give us. It's time to settle in for dinner. I receive a welcome worthy of a Mirut at the gates of Komishumaya's castle in Shiga. There is little doubt the splendor of my dreams made a great impression. Accepting hospitality from this headless scum is enough to destroy my appetite. There better be some poached pear. Umaya explains the planned evening banquet, promised the entertainments and vehicles on offer near the standards of my court's dinners. Assures me that it's only the finest food he has to offer. Right, let's begin. Put this on. Vassals will respect you more. Again, I've reached illustrious now, but we can get a lot more. And hopefully some renown to go along with it. Damn right, you better learn the court language. Aramaic is still the court language, correct? Not Armenian? Yeah, it still is. Well, look at this court. I told everybody to come with me, and look who's left. Just those three. And I thought I was a person, but no, that's a statue. The meal this evening has been died for, but chefs keep pounding the food high. I've noticed that my courtier, scarce touching what little he's put on his plate. Though lack of appetite would be fine at any other time. Commissar Umaya of Shiga seems to be getting insulted that a member of my entourage is picking and poking at their dish. Eat something for the one's sake! Convince them to eat. Made it. We got populists. A little ill, but don't worry. I've concluded my royal visitation. Now procession appears to depart. In this core line of the neatly distributed pardon with everyone present. Time to collect tribute for bestowing it with my presence. Well, hey, it's time for a tribute. He gave in, of course. Another evening of my stay in his home, and yet another foreign meal is placed in front of me. I knock a little with my knife as I watch a dark, unfamiliar sauce slides like a cascading mud. Oh, what I wouldn't give some food from the capital. Just some simple candy. Figs would be fine. I could ask Komisomaya to send that back home, of course, but I risk causing offense. I'm sure the local food is fine. Right, now I'm leaving it past Nineveh, and we'll go to Nineveh proper for a cultural festival. The streets of Nineveh are richly decorated for my arrival, and for my vassal, Commissar Shama, dutifully awaits me. So here we are, up for a boring, mediocre at best, festival of that dullard Shama that this is to prepare. Thankfully, I'm here to show these people the extent of my magnificence. Don't worry, the Syrians and the Syrians are brothers. But of course, the difference between is you're Yazidi of faith. While we're at it, try to haggle. Great news. You what? Oh, excellent. Excellent. Giving them development because I'm an altruist. Altruism, which helps the general opinion piety often leads to increase. This is just one of these instances. Grand Tour became more majestic. Nothing much happened here. It was pretty dull, just as you predicted. You like me well enough, you loony. So, time for a tribute. And if you don't, you know what's gonna happen, right? I don't know what I was expecting, but to ask the host a cultural vessel to display the customs of his people. But it wasn't this. I turned my head away from it. Uncoordinated dances of poorly trained performers and try to find some comfort in the meals prepared. The pork is hardly cooked, and they are completely carbonized. Is this a good representation of the Ninevean culture? No, it's really not that bad. You refuse to demand? You defy the authority of the crown and refuse to submit to my demands? There's little I can do now, but to insult constitutes a crime against not only me, but the Harranian Kingdom itself. When I come back, you're gonna pay, you lunatic. You're gonna be imprisoned and fined. A great boulder has been placed in the center of Nineveh, with a bit too much pedantry, and then to think of coincidence. As I get closer to quickly understand the interest around, as the weapon's been encrusted on the surface, a shiny blade, half steel, half stone. It becomes more majestic either way. Maro and his ornate dagger. The motto of whose family, I'll say, I'll show them how mighty I am. I'm not being too humble, am I? But this is just to impress him. Took the weapon out of the stone. It's not my first time I catch my so I fiddled around with some flowers picking on them. Sometimes I swear here on a sign, overlooking Urbil's holdings. My leech says when he notices that I've been observing him. It's not a secret that my heart's found a new home far from home. Last night each soul aches for Amira Marta. My desires know no end. Her eyes, her hair, I long for just salute. I die for a word, please. I beg of you, let me stay with her. You know she's a leper, right? And you're ugly as well. I didn't realize that, but... honestly, you're one of the good ones. So I'll say you're coming home with me. Again with this. Telugu. Who raised her to change that culture? Here we are. I receive a welcome worthy of the Mirut at the gates of Wali Yapkot's Cosmopolitan. Yeah, remember me, you punk? There's a little down to splinter my judgment gracious. Accepting hospitality from this two-faced fiend is enough to destroy my appetite. There better be some roasted almonds. He explained the plan evening banquet, promising their intense that it goes on off. Or well, the standard smile, court's dinners. Well, let's begin, you bastard. Well, you will soon learn to get over yourself. Plus, he became a beast. I don't know if he's always like that or is it just recent. A story for Abdul Wahad. Hey, I remember you. Another evening of merriment also closing. I find myself locked in conversation with Abdul Wahad of all people. Before I know it, the homes become silent save for a conversation and everyone hanging on my next word. Do a little awkward. I'm sure I could tell a tale that everyone here will be delighted by. Doesn't matter which. He's gonna become my friend. The story was impressive. Hey, how'd you like to come to court with me, friend? We could use you. I'm sure he don't like it that I took somebody from him. And he did. Ashur, the villain of Badara. As typical, my meal comes with entertainment. The actors perform great feats of acrobatics and skill. I begin to notice something. Throughout their performance, there had been a man wearing clothes just like mine, and what looks like excrement smeared on his face and singing songs about my alleged wickedness. I turned with shock. Yaakov only say that he's cackling at the show of vulgar. I'm unable to touch my food, but watching and listening as the entire court laughs at this twisted mockery of my character. Hey. Humiliate or just... I'll be humbled and I'll be nice about it. I'll just say, it's pretty funny, actually. During dinner this evening, it's a little different than I used to, the cook lackadaisically drops a bowl in front of me and immediately met with the most unworldly aroma I've ever smelled in my life. The dish is from the depths of the underworld. It's offensive to all the senses. Some slimy gray substance sits in a pale foamy broth, like an unattended chamber pot. A single sprig of herbs placed on top of a futile effort to make the thing look appetizing. My every instinct compels me to fling the thing out of the nearest window, but Yaakov assures me that it's a local delicacy worthy of the meal room. Well, down the hatch. It was good actually. My love, his name is Ashur. Yes, name him after me. Come on, get up there. Okay, Uncle. You got it. I'll change for this evening. I'm sitting next to Yaakob's rival, Philippos, watching as he sighs to his plate of wine. Truly, I grow tired of life here in Badara and long to elevate my station life. My time's a waste here. I even thinking about slipping off with you back to Harran, where I can really show what I am worth. Yes, the man seemed genuine. But can I really steal Yaakov from his court? Well, I did once. I could do it again. Well, I could be a shoulder to the crown at least. Well, you're still coming anyway. Also, what's going on? Ah, yes. You probably won't accept this, and this is time for a tribute. He won't accept it. He gave in. Okay, thank you. Now time for me to go to the border. Towards the desert. Another cultural festival coming up. Turned away. As my entourage comes to halt at the gates of Ashur, the call is made for Wali's sort of Acadid to receive me. But after at times more degenerate, not even a lowly server appears to greet me. Calls me many more times and receive no answers, save for the chirps of wild birds and whistle gentle ones. It's become clear I turned away at the gates. The abhorrent Wallis has influenced someone's assaulted the crown. It's a big tyranny. My goodness. You lunatic! This insult will soon not be forgotten. We're gonna prison you for this. So I guess we're just gonna go turn back home now. Angry as heck. Hey, get rid of this damn dagger. I spent so much and yet we've made a lot more money than we really need to. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the episode on that note. You eat it. So, we had a grand tournament, a grand wedding, and a grand tour. And so, therefore, visit all three except him. Because he's a lunatic that tell me to have off. But we got some renown out of that. As the grand tour is finished here. And we'll end the episode like that. And I'll be sure to hold a court and do many things. And have so much money, I'll likely gonna have to invite some Ashur, as we're in need of good fighting men before we decide to, to continue our expansion. First towards Kyrgyzstan, and the last few of the Mesopotamian provinces, and possibly a few of these, just simply for the sake of it, before we finally turn our attention towards Syria. Now, I'm no expansionist, but I've been traveling. Done quite a lot, actually, for this man's life. And yet, his reign is only just the beginning. So we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.